Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. I just wanted to show you a little bit about my life and how I learned to read and write in my history with literacy and all of that good stuff. So right here is the bookshelf I have had since before I was born. My parents had it for me, and through the years I've collected so many different books and gotten rid of books because they haven't fit on my shelf, and I still have a lot from when I was really young, and I would always sit in a chair with either my mom or by myself, a big comfy chair like this with my favorite baby blanket, and read and write and do all that good stuff. So right now I want to tell you a little short story about a little girl. So, once upon a time, there was a young girl who grew up in a small town in Virginia, surrounded by crime, danger, and poverty. Although a lot of fear made its way into her mind, she had one thing to escape the bullies at school and the parental arguments at home. She had books. With the flip of a page, she was whisked away to the places she longed to visit, and the days passed she wished she knew. One day, she would spend hours sewing and doing the household chores with Laura Ingalls, and the next, she would be off on some crazy adventure with the children from a series of unfortunate events. And although, like every other muggle, her acceptance letter to Hogwarts never came, she still took trips to Narnia and flew with magical geese in the Dragon Riders. She learned etiquette from Little Women, felt true pain in Ellen Hopkins' novels, experienced love because of Nicholas Sparks, and understood the power of overcoming disability in The Secret Garden. These books were a part of her. They inspired her and they saved her. By her 6th grade year, she had decided that she would research becoming an author so she could help kids just like her for her career project. Short story after unfinished novel, she tried to write her own book. Little bits of her poured out onto paper in a way she had never been able to express herself before. When the other children moaned under their breaths at the announcement of a paper assignment, she practically leaped out of her seat. That little girl isn't quite so little anymore, but her determined mind hasn't changed all that much. She still loves reading and maybe loves writing a little bit more. Her career goal is no longer to be an author, but rather a journalist, though she would love to finish one of those hundreds of novels she started throughout her 21 years. Through writing for a local magazine and the state's largest newspaper, this little girl is really doing what she loves and hopes to never stop pursuing her dreams. The end. So I'd like to show you some of my favorite books of all time that I read from when I first started reading to today. So the first thing I'm going to show you is they're actually kind of ironic because they're about books, so some of my favorite books are about books. The first one is Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. Great book if you haven't read that. And Marcus Zusak's The Book Thief. Those are both awesome. Everyone loves a good John Green novel. If you haven't read every single one of them, then you're not a true fan. Got Abundance of Catherines and Paper Towns, and I also have Wilson and all of those. The Host is a great book. Author Stephanie Meyer, who also wrote Twilight, which everyone now hates because of the movies, but she's a great writer. And The Host is also a movie now, and if you've only seen the movie, you definitely need to read the book as well, because it's getting better, like all books. One of my most favorite recent books that I've read is the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. I just got the 3rd one for Christmas. Still need to read that, but that one's a weird tale. It looks kind of creepy, but it's about children with special powers, and they do some weird things, and they're invisible or something. My favorite book of all time from when I was very young, and also my favorite anything, movie, whatever you want to name it, is The Wizard of Oz. I have basically anything that comes in Wizard of Oz I own, which also means I've read the entire Wicked series as well, which the first one's probably the best. Like I mentioned in my short story, Little Women, I've read this one 3 times, and you learn something new every time you read it because it's a giant book, but it's really good. And also Anna Green Gables is an awesome book. And then some ones from when I was very small and probably couldn't even read these to myself my mom probably read them to me, are the Winnie the Pooh books, teaching you about colors, opposites, the alphabet, and numbers. So books like these that my mom would read to me, she would read to me several times, and then after I had her read them to me so many times, I would start reading them to her just from memory. I couldn't actually read the words. So I would go along with the pictures and make up my own stories, which is what I still kind of like to do today, make stuff up. So yeah, that's just a few of my favorite books. There's obviously tons more out there, but